Hello, everybody. I just wanted to check in and talk a little bit. So, actually, I made a video, I don't know, I think it was Thursday or Friday or something like that. I made a video and I was basically talking about how all of this experience with the cancer and everything is kind of like living my own funeral, but I have to the reason I'm saying that, I'll say that and then I'll say how I feel now, like after this weekend. Um, but um, the reason I say it's like living your own funeral is because in this society that we live in, everybody thinks you hear the word cancer and people automatically hear death, I'm dying. And hell, even I heard that I'm going through the process. I'm feeling this lump, and this lump doesn't go away when it should go away. And I called the doctor, and I didn't think nothing about it because I know that people, cysts, benign cysts exist as well. I didn't think anything about it, and it kind of felt like a blow or whatever when I went to the doctor, and she's like, "Well, just for you know safety precautions, I'm going to send you to get a mammogram." And I didn't think anything about it. Okay, I'm going to go get a mammogram and an ultrasound. They're just going to take a look and make sure that it's not anything serious. And when the radiologist pulled me in the room, first of all, I'd never met a radiologist before in my life. Like, I didn't know that they did that. So when they pulled me in, I'm just like, oh shit, like something's wrong. And he's like, yeah, that's abnormal tissue. I absolutely have to send you to the mammogram. Excuse me, to get a biopsy, which is when they take the tissue out and test it. And he's like, I absolutely have to. I'm sorry to tell you this. It's not normal tissue. It's hard to the touch, and usually benign things are soft and they just kind of dissolve. That's not normal tissue. It's not going to go away. You need to act on it. And I was just like, what? In my mind, like, I made the next appointment and everything, but in my mind it's like not catching up. And I went ahead and I scheduled the biopsy, and I went in for that, and they were the kindest people who did it. Like, it was better than what I thought, because I don't like biopsies at all. I had to get one before for another area, and it was normal. Like, after the extra testing that they did, it was normal. And it's interesting because me and my mom always get abnormal tests, and then it's always normal when they do the extra biopsy. So I don't do any more biopsies. And I really wanted to be like, no, I'm not doing any more biopsies. But the fact that I met the radiologist um, struck me like, no, this isn't something that you can just walk away and ignore. And a few days later, they called me and was like, I'm very sorry to tell you this is cancerous. And it's like getting knocked off your horse. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trotting along in life. I'm doing this thing called life, but I don't know. It's just this feeling like everything is wrong, like nothing's in balance, like this severe feeling of like everything being wrong. Not death, but just everything being wrong. But when I, got a chance, got scheduled and did more tests and all this other kind of stuff and got in to see the surgeon, and the surgeon told me her plan of action and the fact that, she would meet with the oncology team and see if they agree. And when I came out of that appointment, I was no more good. It was like something knocked the wind out of me. And it was like I was crying but having a panic attack at the same time. Like, everything was just falling apart. And I felt so wrong, and I felt so guilty towards myself. And I felt like, damn, like I've been killing myself. Like, I'm about to die. Like, to me, like thinking of chemo I'm a stubborn ass person. Like, I'm so stubborn, I will actually die before I do stuff sometimes. And it, I'm laughing, but it's really not funny. Like, when I make up my mind that I'm not going to do something, you can't tell me nothing. And the reason I say that is because, no kidding, I even had um, a couple of years ago, they tried to tell me that, like, I had potentially had ovarian cancer. And I was like, whatever. I was not trying to hear that. I literally was like, mm-hmm. And they're like, do you understand that you need to go get further? Yes. Okay, can we schedule you? I gotta go check my schedule. And I walked out that office like, whatever. And I never looked back. No kidding. And nothing ever happened to me. When I decide, like, and I'm stubborn about something, it is what it is. And I made up my mind about it. And, but this was different. It was like, no, you know that you're wrong. Like, I've been constantly pushing aside the things that I need to do. And also at the same time, feeling this elevation happening within myself, knowing that I'm going to another vibration, knowing that some significant changes were coming to my life. I never imagined that I would get to the change by way of something like this. Like, I just never imagined that. And it feels like living my funeral because, in a very literal way, a part of me is dying. You know, this physical body isn't going anywhere yet. I'm not done. But a part of me is it's time to let her go. And I'm really seeing, like, things are not what they seem. People that I thought would be the first to call me, the first to offer their support and things. Not a peep. And people that I thought that I was invisible to, that don't give two shits about me, people I thought didn't even like me, have not only offered their assistance and their help and donations and things. And people have said, some people that I don't know, I just never really thought that I mattered much to so many people. And people have said the most kind and encouraging things. And it's amazing to see, like, you do have impact and you do matter and all of that stuff at the same time, like, while you're living, not like you passed away and then people come and say all of these good things. And everybody, that didn't like you sitting at your funeral, like, I'm glad that bitch dead. But it's like that. And on one hand, you know, I feel like my feelings want to be heard about certain people because certain people I'm related to these people, you know, and other people I'm not related to them, and I'm just surprised and shocked, at the support that people offer. But my eyes twitching because I have not slept enough. This weekend, I'm gonna be real, like, extra honest. I have not talked to my dad in 7 years. If you've been following my channel, then you might know that I did a lot of shadow work, especially in the mother wound area and just like my mom's side, my mom's lineage. And I never really talk about my dad. And that's because we don't have much of a relationship. I was born in a different state. My parents are from two different states. My mom decided that she was going to go back home. And they had some disagreements when I was a child, and I just did not see my dad as much as I would have liked to. And as an adult, he kind of pissed me off a couple times, and I guess he thought that I was like super duper mad because we don't know each other. And he stopped talking to me because, he thought I was mad at him. And because he stopped talking to me, I thought he was mad at me. We haven't talked in 7 years. I have a brother that's a year older than me, and I have another sister. And I haven't seen my sister in 20 some years. The last time I saw her was 14 years old. And I saw my sister this weekend. And I didn't just see my sister, I saw cousins that I haven't seen in 20 some years. Maybe 10 years ago, I went to visit, and a few people showed up. And I see like my grandma and my dad and one of my aunts and my brother. I saw them 10 years ago. That's a long time ago. A long time. And I can't tell y'all like how uplifted I feel. Because you see things differently when you had time to grow and mature. And I just realized like not only do I look just like these people, but I fit right in. Like we're a lot alike, a lot alike. And even just meeting my sister, realizing like my mom was like, this don't make no sense. Like y'all are the same, you practically the same person and grew up apart from one another. And you know, she and I were talking, and it's like all because of their stupidity, their argument, we, you know, were deprived of a relationship with each other, really. And it's it's been incredible experiencing this death and this rebirth at the same time, because in the shattering of all of that stuff that was stuck in my psyche about who I am and what I'm worthy of, all the stuff in my psyche about, you know, rejection really came from my father. And I didn't do work on that because I didn't see it. And now I see it just as clear as day that this person, you know, behaved as if the only child he had was the one from his marriage. And me and my brother were not a part of that marriage. And my brother played in that too, you know, his own feelings and his own, sometimes pushing his own feeling, his own opinions and stuff on me, being the other outside child. um, but just seeing my dad, it was like I was seeing myself. I was seeing that we both missed each other and that we both were sorry about lost time. And just like having that experience of family is opposite. It's totally opposite. I talked a lot before in the channel about how I grew up in like a very cold, tough, no affection, no anything like that type environment. And those people are totally different. And I didn't get to experience it until yesterday. I'm 35 years old. It's just amazing me. And I feel I'm still like in shock. Like I'm still in a state of overwhelm because it was genuine. You know, it was actually genuine. And so I knew that like this change is coming. Something big is going to happen. Something big is going to happen. And I know I'm sitting in the middle of it. Like this isn't the end, but I still like this is the beginning of the big thing that's going to happen. And I feel so excited. And I feel scared at the same time. And I'm not a person that gets scared. But the fear is coming from the fact that like I don't want to do chemo, but I know that I'm going to be okay. I know that I'm too far advanced not to. Take a higher precaution. It's not been confirmed yet. I'm waiting on some more tests, but it's spreading very rapidly. My diagnosis is a little bit more than a month old, and there's already more suspicious areas. It's spreading very rapidly. And some part of me wants to be like, what the fuck? But another part of me is like, nope, we got this. Like, just trust the process. No matter what these tests say, just know what the outcome is going to be. And I know that the outcome is a better me. Like, I feel good. And this weekend I met one of my aunts. Well, she's actually my great aunt. Never met her before, but she's my great aunt. And she just went through the entire thing last year. And she turned 68 this year and looks freaking amazing. Like you'd never guess. Looks amazing. In fact, everybody on my dad's side looks amazing. Like my grandma has beautiful, perfect skin. Like it's amazing. She does not look her age at all. But she told me, don't worry about it. I'm twice your age. If I got through it, you can get through it. Get up, take a walk after you get done your treatments. Eat all the good best food that you can, eat as healthy as you can, and it's gonna go fast. And she's like, don't worry about, the schedule that they tell you and how long they plan to do it and all of that. It was not even that long for her, and she's twice my age. Like her body responded very well, and she didn't need everything that they were saying. And I'm like, okay, this is, being around these people, I'm like, okay, this is my DNA. Like this is the stuff that I'm made of. This is who I am. Like I really got to see a mirror reflection of who I truly am. I just feel blessed. I do. I really, really feel blessed. And I'm not going to talk for forever because I'll probably start crying in a minute. But I really, really feel blessed in the midst of all of this. I really feel like I trust myself. I trust my intuition. I trust all of the beings that have gone before me to prepare the way. I trust my ancestors that everything is going to be a-okay. In fact, it's going to be better than what it is right now. Better than the other side of this is better than what I'm living right now, than what I've been living. And, my aunt said that you're going to feel better. She's like, I felt healthier during chemotherapy than I did prior. Like healthier then than she did all of her life. Or a big part of her life. Like she said she felt more energy. And I don't know how I know, but that's going to be me. I feel okay. I feel at peace with this death. I feel okay with this form of dying. I feel okay with what's dying inside of me. I feel okay with it. And I feel okay attending my funeral in a sense. I feel okay with knowing that certain people, I did not do anything wrong to them. I forgive everybody for everything. It's like if for whatever reason the gods have planned that this is the end of my journey, I feel okay with that. And I think that's the point of this, is to be okay with it. That I know it's just a piece of me dying, and I know it's not my full death. I know I have more work to do, and it's becoming more and more clear of what I need to do and how. But anyway, God bless you all. Thanks for watching. I know I talked too much today, but love one another. Forgive each other. Feel so light and free. Like, why you want to carry around burdens and things? It's not even worth it. At the end of the day, it's not even worth it. I feel good ahead of time, So anyway, continue to pray for me. Continue to send me some love and vibrations. I swear it's working. Thank you. Talk to y'all.